They signed earlier this morning, and we sent it out. It was really important. So these are for, as I said before, there's a lot of important moments in this, and we really want to capture the moment. So if you are going to take pictures, we ask that you stand a little bit off to the side and kneel down so it doesn't mess with the stream that we have here. We have a lot of people that are going to sign. So what I'd ask you guys to do is look up right now. Miss Cummings is in the front. If you wouldn't mind looking at her with pen in hand. Right, a couple pictures. Now what I'd like you guys to do is smile, put your biggest smiles on. This is important for your mothers. You like the serious face, right? All right. And then now you're going to make like you're going to sign. You're going to look down. You're going to sign kind of together just so we get that picture. That's really important to our school district. All right, fantastic. So now the order of events that we're going to go by is we're going to call up his teammates. Why doesn't his teammates come up here? All his football teammates, come on up to the front. Come on, don't be shy. We want a picture. 99% of you know that this team was the first team in school history to win the state championship, the sectional championship. So this is a very, very important accomplishment and moment for our boys. All right, so here it is. If the balloons are in your way, we're not going to get you in a picture, so make sure you guys are around the balloons here. Actually, let's maybe move them to the side a little bit. All right, guys. Yeah, we'll put these down. Put them right back. All right, serious photo here. It's another one we're going to add to this. All right, everyone in big smiles here. Big smiles. All right, so just hang here. We got the team picture here. We're going to ask any of his friends that are here today, their close friends, Jarvis and Sabor, if you want to come up and take a picture with the team. These are his close friends. You're more than welcome to come up here. Ladies in the back, if you want to come up and get a picture, you can. If not, you don't have to. I know we're a little shy. All right. Excellent, excellent. So now, at this point, we're going to ask I'm going to ask his coaches to come forward and enter into this picture here. So all his coaches here tonight.
Guys. What up, guys? Rock.
I'm gonna say no. Hold up.
What? Rock coming.
All right.
One more.
Ready in?
One more coach.
Come on, Rob, real man.
He looks very happy to be here right now.
Come here, man.
Future Mountaineer. All right, folks.
There we go.
All right, great. Now we're going to ask the West Orange coaches to stay here. We're going to ask all the players to head back to their areas, and we're going to take a picture with the West Orange coaches. All right. Okay, now very selfishly, I'm gonna ask myself to enter the picture, Mr. Moore, Superintendent, Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Moore, and Mr. Guerrero. If you guys wouldn't mind joining us. You guys stay here, coaches, please stay here.
Ready? Got it? Okay. Ready?
Excellent, thank you very much. And now we're gonna ask for parents and guardians to come up. Parents and guardians of Sabor and Jarvis. Yeah.
Just move them over.
Yeah, you gotta go shot for me.
Okay, let's put the, no, hold on, stay there. Okay, you want the one? All right, so bring the Yukon one. Sorry about this. The first major sign we had this year. Come on, Ronnies. There'll be a moment. Just not yet. We're going to ask immediate family now for both of them. Stay here. We'll ask for Anaya to come up and Jarvis's immediate family. Not extended. We'll do that eventually. So any brothers, siblings?
Tony. Yeah, where we looking? Where are we looking?
All right. So before we separate and split up, there is, we're eventually going to do it one at a time. If you want them all together, we can do that now. All right, extended family, come on up of Jarvis and Sabor. If you're extended family, come on up.
Your family. Zion, you are our cousin. Get yourself over here. Girl. I don't know which one we look at.
All right, fantastic. All right, thank you so much. I want the parents to stay here. Parents, Jarvis, support. All right. All right, so obviously we take a lot of pictures. It's probably 80% pictures and just very few words. This moment is a culmination of a lot of people's sacrifices and wonderful choices that have led us here today. I always say when a kid gets a scholarship, it's like they win the lottery. With taxes and everything, what they've earned is somewhere in the neighborhood combined $1 million. And it's really, really special, but it's absolutely you guys, but there's a whole team behind you that really want to celebrate for this. And we're going to have a few people talk and just talk to you about how much you've meant to our school. And first I'm going to call up, he was our principal for 12 years, and he's our assistant superintendent and our superintendent, and really the heartbeat to our athletic program, Mr. Hayden Moore.
I'm going to speak from the heart, because I owe you a big thank you. First, before I say thank you to the gentlemen, and I call them gentlemen because you'll get why I say that at the end. I want to say thank you to you young men out there. Thank you for all that you did this year. I couldn't ask for a better way to go out. So I really appreciate the effort you put out there. It's not about the wins and losses all the time. Sometimes it's about the resilience. And I saw that this year. I saw leadership. I saw young men that are going to grow into great men. So I just want to say thank you to the team itself. Thank you. I wanted to make sure and do that because I'm going to take time out to make y'all feel special. And I wanted to make sure and show them some respect. So in the case of Sabor and Jarvis, they were tremendous on that field. Tremendous. I've been here 20 years, and I can tell you they will be named when I talk about greatness on the field. Both of them. I appreciate them for that. But what I love about them most is they're gentlemen. And I'll tell you why. I have a young son. His friends are here right now. They play on the younger football league in the younger team. My son would come to the games and stand on the sidelines. He saw the prowess, he saw the acumen, he saw the greatness of those two players. But what I saw was two young men that took time out to give my son 5 and to just say, how you doing? And ask a little bit about his game. Nothing more that a father needs. Someone showing his son grace. They did tremendous things on the football field, but what I'm grateful for is how you treated my son. Thank you. Both of you. Thank you. So let that be my testament and my reference to who they are as people. I will stand up to anywhere, anyone, for them, and tell you that these two gentlemen deserve the title of gentlemen, and I was lucky enough that they are mountaineers alongside me. So I really appreciate both of you, and thank you for representing us, and thank you for graduating from West Orange High School.
You see why he's one of the most inspirational educators. He loves everybody. He really does. So the next guy, tough act to follow, right? Is Principal Oscar Guerrero. For those that don't know, played at Lehigh. Love this man. I've known him for just a little while, and we're very fortunate to have him, but he was there every step of the way of the season, and I asked him to speak for a few minutes.
I'm going to have to ask Mrs. Zakella to start letting me speak before Superintendent Moore, because that is a tough act to follow. And for those of you that don't know, I was appointed principal of West Orange High School back in September, and you know, although a new principal would want to make sure that he's visible and around, I went to see you guys play and the rest of you boys back there play just out of love for the game and love for the way that you approach the game. It's no wonder that you all were successful when two of your star players approach practice and preparation and game day with such humility. And I've never been around young men that are so unassuming, so humble. Now that I'm here in the hallways, you wouldn't be able to pick them out of the lineup. You know, after you get to see them on the football field, you know who they are. But walking around the hallways, they're just students here at West Orange High School. They don't, assume anything. They don't expect anything. They approach, school just the same way they do football. And I appreciate you accepting me with open arms. Always saying hello. And I really admire, the way you guys approach this season and how you really just put us on a path where, it's a great way for Mr. Moore to go out, and it's a hell of a way for me to come in. So I thank you. I will say that this is a celebration for so many people. And I know we have a lot of people here, but there are so many other people that probably aren't here that are a part of your village that have poured into you. And your achievement tonight is as much a testament to the people behind you and around you as it is yours. Understand that it comes with great responsibility. This is a generational achievement, the path that you all are on. And you're gonna go away, you're gonna learn a lot of things, you're gonna meet a lot of people, and understand that it's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to pour into the future generation. Just know that you represent us all here. I'll be rooting for you all. Hopefully come check you out and play. And go Mountaineers. Thank you.
You can see why we're a dynasty in the making right now. These three gentlemen right here are just some of the most wonderful individuals, educators, human beings that you'll ever meet. Coach Grant, we know he's top 100 coaches, and that's all time. He's so young. What are you, like 30 or something like that, right? So he was voted a few years ago as top 100 coaches, and it's his record and his championships, but it's what he does to all of us. And he just gives us love. He makes us into winning people, even as technically his AD, and he inspires me. He's just an amazing person. We're so fortunate to have him. And I'm going to ask him now to speak about smore and Jarvis. Thank you, Coach.
I was back. If we just look around the room, man, I just want everyone just to kind of take the optic, and I'm just so moved by what I see, and so many different people from so many different places are here to celebrate with our boys. Just to test it, give some noise, clap it up. I'm not going to talk about football. I'm not. Because these guys, well, I'll just say this though, that sometimes you get lucky, right? You get lucky and someone sees something in you and someone offers you a scholarship. This wasn't luck. This was intentional. This was a plan. This was planned for, prepared for, prayed about, cried about, laughed about, and everything that's happened for these young men, it was part of a plan. And when you make a plan like that, there's not a big group, not a room like this making that plan. Just a few. Just a few people who are ready to pour in and dig in to these young men. Now, I love these moms. They went from being strangers to on my favorite list of my phone. They went from being just parents on team to people I talk to every single day about everything. Sometimes not, a lot of times not even football. That was Sabor cleaning his room or Jarvis, not wearing shades and things like that. But the plan was made. And for any other parents in the room, what I want to tell you is that be intentional with your children. And you young people, and then you're going to be parents, be intentional. Have an intention. Have a plan for your child and put it in action. Don't be afraid to say it to the world. So that's the problem sometimes with people in our generation. We're afraid to speak our dreams, but they weren't. Every day, from the first day I met you, I remember I said, what do you want to be? So I want to be a D1 football player. I said, you sure? I said, you ready for the ride? He said, I'm ready for it. I said, good. I said, Jarvis, it's what you going to be. Jarvis, I want to be the best coach. I said, the best what? I said, the best to ever do it. I said, well, you need to start watching the best. So he's asking me, he wanted to watch. No, it wasn't going to be Randy Moss, right? It wasn't going to be Megatron. Who was it? And Jerry Rice. And he watched every day. And then he looked at Mike Tyson every day. He come in lunchtime, he wants to watch the Mike Tyson. I'm like, Jarvis, he sees it a million times, but coach, it inspires me. And I never had to chase him on workout, never had to chase him to train, never had to chase them to do anything extra, never had to beg their parents to drive to the ends of the earth, and do the things that were necessary for us to be in this space, in this time right now. And I look around and see the room, it's funny, like the old saying, I smell money. Because there's more money in the room. We got another $1 million in the back. We're going to do this again February 1st. Clap it up for that. We got more money coming. We try to win our games and we want to win, but I always talk about my boys about winning for life. And that's what we're doing, guys. You need to understand. We're winning for life. It's exponential. It's exponential. Because college graduates beget college graduates who beget college graduates, and that's how we make change. Right? Change it's not a magic wand and we change everything. We fix it one house at a time, one family at a time, one legacy at a time. And I'm just so happy, so excited. I'm gonna stop talking. So I can talk about my boys and my mountain men all day long. But again, wherever you go, you may be college bound, hopefully NFL bound, but you mountain your mate, don't ever forget that. Our boys. Got me?
Thank you, Coach. Amazing words. Just want to say something special. Representing athletics, I was new to the job last year, and they were, to me, just transfers that I had to get their paperwork into the state, everything like that, make sure that they were good to go. Imagine, know what you've done in 1 year's time. Look at all the relationships that you've forged in just over a year. I will never forget you. I feel like I'm a part of your family, you're a part of my family. I can't thank you for making me feel special, for allowing me to share in some of the greatest moments that West Orange schools have had. And you, the way you talk to me, the way you treat me, it's gold. And I will never forget you. And you will stand out always, both of you, as some of my all-time most remarkable human beings. And it's because of the way you treat others. So we've all learned lessons from these two young men. Now we're gonna hear from these amazing people that Coach talked about, their mothers. So starting with number one, okay, we're gonna turn it over. Now they're in your phone, Coach, they're in my phone. And they're not my favorite list. It's like, I'm scared to death when they call me this. So. Melba Mullins, let's give her a round of applause.
God is good. God is great. And we're living proof. Truly, it's an honor and a blessing to see all of your faces this evening. Not going to be long before you. Like Coach Grant said, everything definitely 100% biblical and intentional. We are so honored and grateful that both of these young men, because they've known each other for a while, they met on the track circuit. A lot of people don't know that. They met on the track circuit, and they were able to connect again in high school and form a double twin power, activate twin 1, twin 2. So that I don't think was by mistake. I think it was God's divine intervention. Truly want to thank the West Orange family, all the bonds that was built. Coach Grant, immensely, 100%. Can't thank him enough. It's more than a privilege to have my son, to be coached by him, to be mentored by him. It's more like a dad. If I leave him in Coach Grant's hand, I know that he's okay. His second family, the Barinos, the Strakers, Miss Straker, Lisha Pena, just awesome, wonderful people. And let's do this again in another couple of years, because it is intentional. They told you what their dreams are.
So I'm going to echo all the stuff that Melba already said. Unlike Melba, or in addition to that, I have 100 and how many kids? How many other sons I have? 120 other sons. And I can tell you, each one of them kids, I thank God for all of them. They get on my nerves, but I think they all know how much they all mean to me. To come here last year. Shut up. Because you guys know this means a lot to me. It wasn't easy, right? The transition and coming over. It was made, and thankfully I didn't have to kick and scream, and to kind of walk into a space and it was easy, right? And so when you talk about divine intervention, Coach Grant almost said to me before the last game, he said he believes that he was meant to coach Sabor, right? And so when I turn around and I look, and Coach Sean is here. Coach Sean was actually Sabor's first football coach when we lived out in Little Pacon. To know he took this short little kid and made him into a superstar that taught him holes and all the other things that he needed to know. I got Miss Wolf back there that had a love-hate relationship with Sabor. She was his 5th grade teacher, which is amazing to have that. A lot of his brothers are here from OTT. And of course my family, and that means a lot to me. Coach Don became like a brother. We talked about other things and all day long. Y'all know I could talk all day long. But when I think about Sabor, and I'm gonna be a little bit selfish, because wait, let me start with Jarvis, because Jarvis belongs to me, you guys. Jarvis really belongs to me. Y'all know Jarvis got hurt this season. Shut up, man, I can do that. And when I tell you, it was literally to be able to turn around to Jarvis's father and call Melba on the phone and say one word, and she knew that hurt, that it was Jarvis, and to operate like that. And I can tell you that it meant Jarvis getting hurt was like having my own son get hurt. And Melba and I prayed a whole lot. And to see Jarvis come back and do all the amazing things that he has done. When I tell you, I ran down the field, I ran down the bleachers. Jarvis cracked somebody, and I ran down the bleachers, and everybody's like, "Where you going?" And I just had to hug Melba, because God is amazing. And for every conversation that we had, it meant something, that I didn't walk in this space by myself. And I thank Melba for allowing me to love Jarvis the way that she is. So y'all know, shut up, man, I'm gonna finish real quick, because I got a testimony. I'm sorry, I got a testimony. So boy, Mr. Z, don't have to, you see my whole family. Sabor came to me when he was 4 and said he wanted to play football. And Sabor, surprisingly enough, he was yay high and this big, and it was the funniest thing to me. And at his first banquet, he asked a New York Giant, how can he not get hurt playing football? And he told him 2 things. He said, either you're gonna learn to run fast or you're not gonna play football. So Sabor became the fastest person on his team to keep from getting hit. And then we moved down here, and Coach Sean said you could leave Sabor. You could go, but you could leave Sabor. And we came down here and we played with an awesome Pop Warner team, Brick City for life. I try to tell everybody that, and it put him on a different level to understand that he was playing with a band of brothers that was built to win, be competitive, and to always show up with integrity, and just to be yourself and a man of character. And then coming over here again to be with Coach Grant after we left Montclair, and I got Coach Lumpkin back there and Coach Kenny back there from Montclair. They mean a lot. They was Sabor's basketball coaches, so people don't know Sabor plays basketball and lacrosse. But to have Sabor, and you guys know he had a ton of offers, and Sabor fought for this one. He fought for this one. Everybody that knows it was tense in the house. I shed many a tears. I was no longer mommy, I was Ronise, right? Grant, you got to get Ronise, right? If Sabor could have cursed me out, he probably would have. He probably did, but it's okay, I didn't hear it. So in choosing this school, I can just tell you, again, I need everybody in this room to pray with me that we're gonna trust the chooser in his choice. And I pray that everybody in this room will continue to support him and support me, because y'all know, anybody wanna make a donation to my airfare, it's always nice, thank you. Our University of Maryland game is when, Sabor? It's on the schedule, that's the closest game we have, so we're gonna have a caravan to go. Of course, we're gonna go to all of Jarvis's games, but I thank all of you guys again for just coming out and being supportive of Sabor and Jarvis and all our kids.
Beautiful words, beautiful words. Now we're going to hear from our special athletes. So, Jarvis.
I'm gonna thank all y'all for coming out, and I'm gonna keep this short because I know y'all hungry. I'm hungry too. So it was a long road, like it was just long and hard, but the outcome was great. So I just want to thank my whole West Orange family, everybody coming out tonight. I want to thank DG, Coach Moore, Mr. Z, Principal Guerrero. I got it right this time. I just want to thank everybody for coming out and continue showing support.
I just want to say I appreciate every single person in the room, you know, especially my coaches, my family, my village. But I want to say I really do appreciate Jarvis because, you know, at the end of junior year, it was kind of looking like it wasn't going to work out. You know what I mean? And, you know, we had them, it was like late night calls. It was just like, what we going to do? Like, we just sitting and waiting. We just waiting and waiting and waiting. And it kind of got to the point where it was like, everything was just about the next move, like, you know, how we gonna make this happen. And I think that competitive nature between us, you know, we sitting up here, you know, we brothers, but at the end of the day, we gonna compete in everything that we do. And I appreciate him for pushing me. I want to thank my village for, you know, I got a checker pass, man. I want to appreciate y'all for sticking with me, cause you know what I mean. I had a lot of mess ups. But you know, I never question y'all love for me. And I want to thank Coach Grant. I ain't known from lick of paint, you know what I mean? And I came and he just was like, if you're gonna do it, we're gonna go the long road, we're gonna go 100% at all times. And you know, I don't really trust people too much, but I trusted him and I trusted everybody around him, you know, and I wanna say that it was hard. Like, it ain't easy, it's hard from going, you know, we was going 7 days a week, you know what I mean? Like waking up on Sunday morning and Don opening up the bubble and we in there 2 days, stuff like that is hard. And I really want to thank my mother though. Like, I want to thank my mother though. Like I don't think nobody understands the amount of love that I have for my mother. My mom was always there. No matter like the circumstance, my mama was always there. Every game, every practice, every workout, my mama was always there. You know, if I ain't had nobody in the world, I know I had my mama, and that's my OG. You know what I mean? That's my OG. But last but not least, I want to thank my little sister. Oh boy. Anaya Nora Kareem, that's really my twin. You know, for the longest time, I knew that she was special as much as I am, and she keep me motivated beyond belief. My little sister is my intimate reflection. She's my immediate reflection. You know, sitting up here, I know that I done made her proud, because for a long time I was questioning if I was being a positive role model. And so for me to achieve all the things that I've achieved, she don't see me as Sabor, the 4-star cornerback commit to Illinois. She see me as Boar. You know what I mean? She come in the house and just scream Boar. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's just the highlight of my day. And I know that in certain ways that she depends on me for more than just being her brother. You know what I mean? I teach her the many ways of life in certain instances. I appreciate you, Naya. I love you more than words can explain. You are my best friend. And I couldn't imagine where I would be without you. I love you.
Jeez. I don't even know what to say. That was just very emotional and just a really special moment we all just shared. And so we're only going to do about 5 more minutes of pictures, and then what we'll do is after, or the organized pictures, we'll have anyone that wants to stay and take pictures in front of this awesome step and repeat that was purchased and set up, and there's food out there. But let's just ask at this point, Jarvis, you're going to be there with your family. So we'll ask Jarvis's family to come up. Or if you wouldn't mind just stepping out to the side, and we'll rotate you right back in. So let's just take a couple pictures, just Jarvis.